Oh, hey Randy. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, earlier that was that's an ongoing live stream. I didn't even realize that that had stopped streaming, so I rebooted it up this morning. That's not that's It's a live stream of replayed like 20 master classes so that people can find my channel and my master classes. Okay, let's see here. I was just about to write this down. So yeah, that was probably confusing for a minute. Sorry about that. Because maybe you thought it was live. And I told you it was going to be different looking, and it was different. Yeah. It was good to watch, though. Okay. Yeah, though a bit confusing. Yeah, yeah. PRCH. I see. Okay. Can definitely keep watching that. PRCH. Just adding some names to my list probably here. Dave. Dave, definitely. Wow. Somehow this got away from me. Ah, man. The alert line ended at earnings, so I wasn't able to make it alert me. How about that? Shoo, that would have been a nice. That was what we were waiting for on Dave. I guess let me know when it continues. Dave and Sezzle. Okay. Yeah, we definitely want to watch that. Back entry. Channeling, yeah. And railroading, yep. Options and stop, when to stop trading, or when to stop out in options, or more specifically, when to stop. What do you mean about when to stop? Sezzle, qubits. Qubits is interesting, but yesterday I programmed something and put it on my chart, and it might be perfect, but I'm not sure if it's perfect yet. Um, and that is that if you can see, there's like these X's underneath some bars. Those are moments where price has pushed for 2 days in a row to make higher lows for at least 2 days in a row, but then price came back down and completely erased all that progress. That's what these X's are those particular kinds of days. It could be a sign to get out of something, and so I put those little X's on there. So like if we were to go to I don't know, Sprouts Farmers Market, yeah, you can see like some spots where that happens, and you can just in that moment I want to be kind of like know that, and without me having to analyze it so heavily. Good morning, Michael. And so I put that on there, and I can decide whether or not I do actually want to get out or not in that moment. All right, market's going to be opening in 7 minutes. Qubits. Let's see if there's any other names that I wanted to take a look at. I often retweet those on my Twitter. Yeah, there's Porch. ACHR. Yeah, certainly is interesting. Yeah, it's getting good. When was the earnings on this? This yesterday morning, okay. And today's a bit of earnings continuation. Bad. Set an alert on that. Stuff that we're watching. ACHR. ACASTS. Yeah. It's been riding the 200 for a while there, but now seems to be getting up and over on earnings, which were released yesterday. It's pulled back more now. So that is one we'll just keep watching. Should I? Yeah, probably should put an alert on that. $27.57. We can go with the trend line. Crossing up price. I just might need to extend that out a little bit. Should at least have your alerts go to at least the next earnings, through the next earnings. PIMS, yeah, we're just tracking that for a pullback. Yeah, put that on my list for sure. Pullback or breakout. Hood. Yup. I got an alert down here, which, okay, I don't need this alert anymore. So I'll move this up for continuation or ultimate breakout up there. I just wish we could get an entry in some kind of a pullback period along the way before that base completes. All right, Hood, NBIS. Let's see how the market is this morning right before it opens. We got 3.5 minutes before the market opens. Okay, the market has remained elevated and supported over. All right. We lost internet back there. Whoa! All right. Maybe that's too much with the Twitter and the Twitch. I'm going to stop the Twitch. It's a lower priority. Maybe that's using just too much bandwidth. All right. So anyway, the market's looking good this morning, supported, elevated, and ready for continuation. Though I don't necessarily believe we need it, though that'd be great. We do want to try to absorb some of this leaps and bounds that it's been moving on. But like I told you last week, I predicted this week was going to be a lockout rally. That's the kind of rally where if you're not already allocated, you can't get in. That's why they call it a lockout rally. So if you are not already in names, and I'm 210% allocated as of last week, then this week, you can't be participating too well because everything's just flying, and like nobody enjoys catching things while they're already running. It's like jumping off the docks to try to chase the ship that already left. So maybe we're going to continue to get lockout rally. I don't know, but it could happen. That was my prediction. It felt like that was what was coming. Varna was one of these kind of undercut reclaim signals, Michael and Randy. That's what Michael and I were talking about. Because it undercut the 50, which is my green line here, the 20, which is the orange line, and then came back up and over the candle that did so in the same candle that started lower as well. That's also a upside reversal, Charles Harris upside reversal signal as well. So there's multiple signals. So that's why we got into Varna yesterday. Growl's cool. Let's put that on the list. XPav. You guys can hear me okay? XPav is like a perfect shelf entry right there. I'll put a alert across all that. Sounds good. Okay. Market is open. All right. CRWV coming back up and over. This was IPO running up to its first earnings. All right. We've got alerts across the board here. Let's start looking at them. Anyway, CRWV, we're in that from yesterday. There's TJX. With TJX, okay, it's coming back in. All right. Core. Okay, we dipped down into the 50 moving average, and now we're up and over in price. So that's a pullback buy if it can sustain and be green. So COR on the buying block, so to speak. Let's see how Uber is doing. Did well yesterday. Okay, it pulled back. So what'd you do, Michael? Did you cut it all? Did you get out early? Did you hold it the whole day like you were supposed to and get out at the end? It closed at 88.31. Now, if Core can do good and can sustain over this yesterday's high, then we're going to grab it. All right, VST. Now, VST is an entry. I think I already have it. No, I don't. Okay, I do want it. So VST. You can either put your stop at 133 or simply lower the day. 44 or 143. Let's take a look at the pre-market a little bit. And then there's yesterday, 143. 143 is safe enough. And we're at 146, so it's $3 a risk. 167 shares for me, and I don't want to be chasing it, so I'm just buying it at market. Right, that puts me into a margin call. It just said, but that's why I do that, like right away. Just and market orders, they tend not to hit you with the margin that way. Okay. Also, getting some pullback. Okay. Now, let me write that in here. Several alerts to look at. 146.65. Entry. Stop at 143, yesterday's low. And so 1-to-1 will be there. I think I could get that today. Hope so. If so, then I'll take out half and put it on a free ride. VST. All right. Chewy hitting a line that we wrote. Okay, look at that. Chewy coming up and out of base. Now you could take a starter right there, seeing that maybe it will continue with a stop at low of the day. So a quarter size position on Chewy. And it looks like put credit spreads are totally doable on Chewy too. Gonna write that into the group. All right. ASTS. Okay, ASTS is continuing up and over ER. This is a very nice signal on ASTS. Stop at 25.80. Let's continue to go through the alerts. I can't get it. I'm on margin call already. Core. So good luck to you guys. Core did not continue. We were hoping it would. It has not. We're hoping core will continue, but it just won't. I'm going to move up the alert on that. All right. Hopefully it doesn't reset it and re-signal me right now. Yep, there it is. Yeah, I don't need that. Okay, ACHR. Boom, breakout on Archer. That's a great breakout. Is that on earnings? No, there's some news. It's anyway, this is the day. And if it's not gone 5% already, 12%. Whew, that's it. It's too late. This is a really great move. They had earnings last night. Really great move from ACHR. We've missed it. Anyway, it is on my list, but it's up 12% from entry now. I did not know that it was earnings today. I thought we would just, set that alert and it would just move. Okay, app. The internet seems a little slow today. App. For the earnings release informations and all this. APP. This is a important line, 354 on app if you can get over it. Okay, I'm still waiting for the earnings release informations. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's an entry on app. I put the stop at yesterday's low, 344. App 344 stop. This is ERD4 continuation and cheat. Very good. If I could get it, I would, but I can't. Okay, Costco. All right, moving through its cheat entry. And stop be 1,001. Might as well make it 1,000. Stop 1,000 on Costco. That's an entry. Targets are about 1,100. I mean, you could potentially do stop like 1,001 or 1,000, or even low of the day, which is like 1,010. Get more multiples out of it, but then less, likely. The likelihood will go down. Closed everything end of day. Michael, good job. So, but my question to you is, Michael, were you able to hold Uber all day while it was green? I mean, that's also an exact specific question because I have a feeling. I mean, I'd be very proud of you if you did. I have a feeling that you couldn't do it. But let me see. EQT at the alert line. I closed that out yesterday because I needed some liquidity. It says breakout over here. All right, EQT, get rid of that. All right, the market is moving up. We're getting some good movement here. Roblox, let's check out that alert. Yeah, this cup and handle entry on Roblox, I alerted it yesterday. We're getting beautiful follow through today. That's, it's an entry today. It was an entry yesterday. There it is. Yesterday at 12:30 p.m. Cup and handle breakout entry. You're getting that follow through. Institutions are going to come piling in. I mean, this is the moment that you waited 3.5 months for on Roblox. All right, I still can't get in, but good luck to you. Oh, maybe I'm already in. No, I'm not, but I'm fully allocated. I'm on margin call. Okay, that's Roblox. That's an entry. I could put a little all-time high breakout alert here, but it's going to hit today. And app, we just talked about that. That's an entry, and it's already moving, looking good. App continuing. ACHR is pulled back a little bit, but this thing is already out of the nest. The docs off and running. Psych. I'm in psych, but it's what is it doing? Okay, it's just hanging out around my entry. All right. And last alert was CRWV. That's something I'm in. Getting continuation on CRWV. Not much for me to think about selling. Yesterday I got in VRNA and it's pulled back halfway through my stop. It didn't follow through. Let's see what happens today. Now, why did I put my stop at 65? Must have something. Okay, let's take another look at core because remember, core could be flying today too. But Varna VRN. Yeah, makes sense. If it breaks 65, good idea to get out. Okay, ARM just alerted. Let's take a look. We can catch these alerts within seconds of them happening. Yeah, that's an entry on ARM. And you can either do stop low of the day or just go 1 day back. Stop 121.50. Okay, ARM, ARM. Good luck on that one. That one looks really good. I'm fully allocated. Not much I can do about it. What can you do? You can't get in everything. Okay, but that does go on my list too. ARM, if it's not already on my list. Okay, that was just alerted. We were looking at that. Now, I haven't even had a chance to really thumb through my stuff. All right, American sports. Nice follow through on American sports. Where's my 1-to-1? Just to it. 1-to-1 is at 30.87 on AS. VST is flying. That was our entry this morning. That's what I'm on margin on. I'm about to take some out on that. Okay, over here on AS, yeah, I'm about to take off at 30.87. I have 200 shares, so I'm going to half my position, but I'm going to just take off, I'll take off 20, so I can get 5 exits right around there. 30.87 is where I'm shooting for. It's our half position. All right. And I'll take more off if it gets there. 30.99, 30.87, 30.99. Got multiple dollars in one day, so maybe I'll put the next one at 31.49, and that will get me 60% of my exit out. So I'll put one right in the middle there. 31.29 is 80% of my 50% exit, and I'm gonna let that sit for a minute before I decide on the final one. Okay, now over to VST. Yeah, I'm like halfway to my half out exit on VST, which I would like to take because it will help me meet the margin call. Let's see here. So 167 shares, so I'd be getting out about 80. So I'll do about 16. So my first exit will be 17, and I will take that 150. It looks like 150.25. So I will take that little tiny amount out just underneath 150 at 149.87. Don't get greedy. All right. Now, taking a look at more of my holdings at the moment, just thumbing through things. BCS, this is something I'm on free roll on. Fully financed the stop, at least. And it is continuing. I'm past the 1-to-1. The continuation. Where's all my wicks? I think the internet's just so slow. Here must be using the internet. The internet in Florida that I'm getting is supposed to be really fast. I hope so. NRG. It's Frontier. Is that who you have, Randy? Frontier. All right, NRG with continuation. I like that. What's the 50 moving average on NRG? Yeah, NRG is a fully financed position. There's where my stop is. Okay. And the 50's down here. So, yeah, I'm going to have to be a little bit defensive with it for a while. But I'd love to see that build up. That would be awesome. BCS, VRNA, NRG, LMB. All right, LMB is filling in a little bit. LRN. Nice. I like to see LRN back in the ring. CRK, because it was pulled back halfway there yesterday. Quite a big pullback, but that's so far above my stop that sometimes what happens right after the pullback. So, whoa, my chair is okay. So what did you say? I did pull out early on bros. Got back in a couple times though. Yeah, that's not a good idea though. Closed everything in a day. All right. So I mean, once you trust what I'm telling you, then you'll be good. But keep trying to trust it. I'm telling you, it's 100%. Leave it alone until it breaks. On the green side, that's your demons. That's what you have to work on. You're fine on the red side. Green side, you need work. Until you're ready to improve your green side, nothing's going to change, and you're going to be a little bit vulnerable. You could be doing better. BST Ion Q. Ion Q, my position doing okay. CRWV. Right, continuing just a little bit. Grind. Nice, staying way up there. Penumbra. I don't know if that's a Spanish company, but good. Nice continuation. I held it through the stop yesterday, and I'm still in. Psych. Psych's just hanging out where it was yesterday. And finally, Tesla. Same. Tesla's hanging out where it was yesterday. The market is improving. As soon as I get a little bit out on VST, it'll be a financed position, and I'll have money, hope maybe money freed up to get into something else. In the meantime, we have about 80% breadth on growth, so this is super good. Day is flying, and this may turn out to be a lockout rally. Let's see, what is Uber doing in continuation? Yeah, Uber is moving up to now almost 89. So as a swing trade, you would have kept you could have kept a position, sized your risk to a stop at 82 yesterday from your entry, so that you didn't lose what you didn't want to lose, and then you'd be in a swing, and today you'd just be holding it, and you could potentially hold that position for a couple more days, maybe a week, and get more gains out of it. What was your entry? It was like 87, I think. It wasn't too great. It was right off the morning. It was a pretty strong morning. So from there, 5%, you'd be up 5% right now on whatever remainder of the position you would have had. But that was, I recommended you go ahead and sold it at the end of the day, but I did say unless you want to keep a certain portion to hold overnight, theoretically. Well, you say you're trying to get better. So what do you have to do to get better? No further lessons on that. I told you what you needed to do. So what do you need to do to get better? Admit it to yourself. Otherwise it'll never change. What do you need to do? And don't say listen to Evan. I mean specifically. You need to hold across advanced pivot point. That's it. You need to hold on your green side. That's what you need to do. Alrighty, what else? So we got a lot of things flying this morning. Hims is continuing. I don't know if anybody's in Hims, but that's continuing. It's everybody loves Hims. I don't even know what it does. TEM, Tempest. This is Tempest. This is like a cheat entry up the right side where you could get like, cheat entry should be, quarter size or half size or third size. We don't know. This is an recent IPO. It's made it to this level many times. No, but you never know when the last time's going to be. We'll keep it on watch. NXT. I need to accept the 1% loss and hold through the day. There's no 1% loss. I told you you're doing fine on the red side. There's no loss. If you're green, there's no loss. You just need to follow the rule set and get out when you're supposed to get out. That's it. And that will get you more money in the end. There's no loss if you're green. There's only holding for the pivot exit. And whatever that is, that's what you get. You're not better than the pivot point trading. There's no guessing that makes you better than the pivot point trading. In case you're trying to do that, because you'll be leaving money on the table left and right. Probably every time. Nobody guesses perfect. Not a soul. Nobody. Now with Chewy, let me see. No, are you in Chewy? Oh, the swing trade or I don't know. Thought I had Chewy. No, I guess I don't. Oh, you mean okay? You got in Chewy, and it's halfway to your stop right now. I think is what you're trying to tell me. You should not be sizing your 1% to your margin to day trading power. Is that what you're doing? Your 1% should be 250. Your risk unit should be, I think you said 420. Yeah, should be 420, not 840 or whatever. Hopefully, you're not using like a margin sized 1%. Yeah, okay. Yeah, but now you should just be doing what you normally would do while it's red. Like, you're a perfect warrior when it comes to red, and don't think like a green person. Remember, I told you they're two separate brains. You need no help on the red side. Whatever you think on the red side is correct. Period. You have nothing wrong with your red side thinking. But you have to work on your green side so you can get your multiples up. CLS here is an entry, and that would have been right here. And so it is 5% out of the gate. Stop at low of the day, CLS. These are call outs, so they're not official. Well, Michael, sometimes that's going to happen, and that's exactly why you needed to stay in Uber all day yesterday, to pay for these moments. These moments might get more frequent where it's pulling down hard. What what was I reading the other day? If you have a system, which there really isn't, if you have a system that's at 80% win rate, there's a 50% chance that you'll get 7 losses in a row. Just to give you an idea of, even if you had a sure thing, you could be absolutely decimated and destroyed. Now, if you have a system that's like a 40% win rate, you could have like a 80%. You have 100% chance of there's 100% chance of losing 8 in a row. Can you take that? Can you take 8 full hits in a row? I don't think so. And this is why you need to work on your green side, because you need to be winning more. Your wins are kind of dismal. I'm sorry to tell you. Your losses are perfect. But the problem is your wins. You need to be maximizing those more. And you absolutely do need that in order to subsidize and pay for um, the probable downside hits. And it's right there in front of your face. You know how to do it. We went over it in class. Uh, you gave me the correct answers that yesterday. You're looking at it right. You know what to do. So that's all you got to worry about. It's your red, side is fine. But I'm telling you, there's something that you aren't aware of. And that's that you're going to get decimated, creamed, and destroyed at some point. And then you're going to question the whole thing. And rightly so, because you've been fucking it up. You've been fucking up your green side. You should question it. You shouldn't be even trading right now. You're not making enough money to make up for the risks you're taking. Your green side is bad. Like, I don't know how to tell you more succinctly that you've got to stop guessing and you need to do the proper pivot point technique that I was telling you. And then sometimes that's going to leave you with such incredible gains at the end of the day. Not incredible, but sufficient gains at the end of the day that you can hold the position as a swing. So that's when you can be getting better and better and making more money and getting more gains, and everything's all about the green. Your green side needs a lot of work. You have a lot of considerations and things that you could be doing on your green side that you're not doing, that's going to not help your red side, because you're going to have a period where your red side is bad. It's going to come, and it and you'll be right to question everything in that moment. It's just I'm trying to get you to fix that before it happens, while everything's working hunky dory for you. Maybe you'll never have to experience that, where you lose $5,000 in a week. Your account can't control it. And you're like, what's going on? Everything I'm going after is losing, and it's getting away from me so fast. Like, number one, I can absolutely guarantee you that's going to happen. The only way you can combat it is not through any system or better strategy. It's through better green side handling. That's the only way. You can only subsidize pain, because the pain will always be there. The only thing you can do is subsidize it with wins. I'm about to get my 1-to-1 exit on VST to completely finance my VST position and free up my margin call. That's happening any moment here. We're getting really close on VST. CLS goes on our list, by the way. That was looking pretty nice. All right, we're at the top of the hour, and I probably got to go to the gym and do my errands. But let me just thumb through my positions here. I see grind just turned red. Okay, that's fine. SYK. Even things that are doing bad are doing pretty good, right now. I mean, Michael, if you're winning like like yesterday and today or whatever, and it's feeling great, it's because a once in a 100-year tariff relief talk happened. It's not because you're good. Your green side sucks, and you need to hear that. And you're being blown smoke up your own ass, and you have to be very careful. Continue doing what you're doing on your red side. It's perfect. I'm telling you that from experience, that I can see that as a teacher, as a mentor. You're perfect on your red side. Do what you always do on your red side. Act the same way. Okay. But on your green side, practice the pivot point technique I was talking to you about. And then once you get a couple of those perfected exits underneath your belt, then you can take a little bit of something that's a winner and keep it on at the end of the day. And now you're, yeah, and now you're a swing trader, and you'll add swing trading to everything that you're doing. And then eventually you might find yourself in a couple of swing positions that are just doing so well. And the hard part about that will be learning to hold those as well. The hard part about the swing positions will be learning to hold those for months, snowballing them if you can. At that point, you'll be all in something, and you'll have nothing to do but sit and watch. And you'll want to day trade, and you're going to have all these demons and other things you're going to have to be working through. And if you're not focusing on controlling your green, then you're going to lose to all your demons. Because your demons control your red right now, but you have no angels protecting your green. You're not good at green. Okay? You know. So you need some angels. You need some angels to help start protect you on your green side. Well, the market is running like really good today, so like it's making it easy. Everything's going nicely, and that just can spoil someone. So be careful, okay? All right, you said 100%, so we got it. We're good. And then Randy said, tough medicine. Yeah, tough love. I definitely want you to succeed. I say this all out of caring. Let's see. I have some more orders. I think on is it VST or did I get it all out? What did I have? How many orders did I have on VST? Okay, let me gotta zoom out here. I'm gotta retract this a little bit. I got out 17 there. Oh, that was it, huh? Wow. So, 167. I had 167. So half of that would be, and I'm only a third out of my margin call. 83. I want to leave 83 shares. So let's just start taking out on strength here. Michael says, I appreciate it for sure. Most people sugarcoat shit, and that isn't helpful at all. I know, yeah. That is just the worst, really. I don't like seeing these other like furus out there that do that. Wow, did I really get that fill? Boy, things are going good on this VST. Very nice. And I will try again at, let's see. The high was 150.88, so I'll try 150.98. I still will need to sell 30, 40, 43. No, maybe 5. All right, I got to go, guys. But I got to set these orders. So I got to go, and
Battery 30%.
I will catch up with you in the group. Okay, bye. Take care. Have a good morning.